Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 Postgame Show Powered by Primanti Bros. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have Neil. Neil, guess what, buddy?
We get to give out sandwiches.
We get to give out sandwiches. How do we give them out? Tell the people what they got to do.
We got to drop the hashtag Raisits down in the chat.
Let's do it.
We're going to get two free sandwiches.
The Pirates beat the Los Angeles Dodgers, the $14 billion payroll team, 9-7 today at home.
Yeah, no match for the power of friendship and Jared Triolo.
Not a chance. They didn't stand a chance. I mean, again, like this is the Dodgers are like the fourth best team in the NL, but the Pirates at home are essentially about the fifth best team in NL. If you take that record alone, right? They've been playing better since the break. So it's like, who's going to break here? What's going to happen? Well, you can't win at PNC Park apparently if you're an away team. This is owned by the Pirates, and they showed the big bad Dodgers coming to town. And they said, "We don't care, Clayton Kershaw, you're a future Hall of Famer. We don't care. We're going to defeat you."
Never seen anything like it before. The difference between home and away it makes no sense whatsoever. You know, not that I'm complaining, but like
right. Like I said before, like this is 2022 or 3 Jack Sawinski, where like his home away splits were like just amazingly, I don't know, different in that sense. Like that's how the Pirates are. I mean, they're like they're an ultimate loser when they're away, and they're just a playoff team when they're at home. And again, like tonight, the Dodgers come in, Kershaw takes them out, and right away, the first inning, I mean, they get right to Kershaw. He loads the bases, no outs. They capitalize. Tommy Pham gets a double. Andrew McCutchen scores a guy 3-0. I mean, the Pirates are up 4-0 onto the Dodgers at one point.
Yeah, you couldn't really believe it.
I didn't.
You know, like Kershaw looked bad. The Pirates actually took advantage of runners in scoring position early in the game. Like it was something we haven't really seen all year. And, you know, no, it was a really, really well done inning. I think Nick York got in on the action too. I think he knocked in
5 batters right away.
Yeah. So like, no, that was super enjoyable. I kind of wish York got more than 2 at bats. I can't lie. But no, just enjoyable start. 4 runs in the first, and you would have thought that would have been nice and cruise control from there. But it was not. It was an up and down game. It had a whole lot of tips and turns, weird defensive plays, weird offensive plays. Like it was just a weird game.
Good and bad, like all together. Like like this game had everything once again, but most importantly, a Pirates victory at the end of the day. So like as mentioned, I mean Kershaw looked awful to begin the first. Yeah. It was night and day. Kershaw looked terrible, but Carmen Mlodzinski actually looked outstanding. And again, this is the Dodgers lineup. He comes out there 1, 2, 3 for Carmen Mlodzinski, a very efficient first inning. On the opposite end, Kershaw comes out there and he walked. Was it 3 batters in the first, or was it just 2 in the first?
Might have been
double check now.
3. I think it's 2.
Walk, single. Yeah, so it was just 2 in the first. But regardless, I mean, Clayton Kershaw was walking guys. He had 4 in total. But yeah, that first inning, again, 2 walks. I mean, he had the base load. He did not look good. And then like they flip-flop. Kershaw actually did start pitching strongly. And Mlodzinski's second inning just completely blew up. Very inefficient. He had bases loaded as well with no outs at one point. They did get a big double play. Of course, you trade off and get the run there. So it's a 4-1 game. But he gets out of it actually with just 1. So again, like he did not look good though. That second inning, he did not look good, but he escaped the big inning and only allowed 1 run. And like at the end of the day, turns out it was good that happened because that could have went sour very quickly. And again, with just 2 runs that they won by today, this could be an extras or worse right now.
Yeah. And just like, I guess when we hit off Kershaw, we got a lot of walks off of Kershaw. I mean, we walked 8 times tonight. We had 9 hits. So we had people on the bases all game, like 17 guys on base. Doesn't really happen all that much. But what's interesting to me is like, we didn't have any home runs. We had 2 extra base hits, 3 extra. Did Triolo have 2 doubles?
Well, Triolo had 2 doubles today, by the way.
Oh, so we had 3 doubles today. So 3 extra base hits.
2 by Triolo, and then
that gives us 9 runs.
RBI.
Yeah, like it was again, like the Dodgers didn't play good defense. We found our own luck. We didn't hit amazingly in front of scoring position, but 5 for 11 will play any day of the week. Again, 9 runs doesn't really help that. It doesn't happen very often, especially without home runs. And so, no, it was just a fun day of small ball, really.
It was. This was just like, I don't know. Maybe we're blowing this up too much as well, but like with Kutch and Pham talking about buying into this and whatnot, and they've been kind of talking about it lately, especially on the broadcast, but like just turning the ball over to the next guy, putting the balls in play, getting it to the next guy, right? And that's kind of like what this game was. I mean, everyone just like did their job, and then they went to the next guy and he did his job, and then went to the next guy and they ultimately did their job. Like you said, like there wasn't many hits, there wasn't a whole lot of power, right? No real home runs. Although I gotta say, because again, where I'm at with Jared Triolo. I can't stop hyping him up. I can't stop talking about him. Still want to see how the year's going to finish for him. But again, so far, so good. Very, very strong August. Let's see how September goes. And the start of September has been very good tonight. 2 doubles. But that one double you had today, that's a home run in 20 parks. So just put it out there.
Yeah,
wasn't like
that
a cheap
first double was
legit.
I'm sure we'll get to it. That second double, I have no clue what Michael Conforto is doing on that baseball. I cannot believe that they didn't get caught. But
on the same side, the Dodgers fans are going, I don't know what Earl Cruz was doing on that Shohei Ohtani double, but
true.
Same thing, right?
And who knows what the heck Shohei Ohtani was doing at third base. Like there was just, again, so many weird plays.
There you go.
Or even the Dodgers were just like giving away runs. Like it was crazy. Like Shohei Ohtani looked like he had never seen a run on contact before in his life.
For sure.
And I'm sure we'll get to it, but like that's just the first thing that popped into my mind.
No, we will. And with that being said, Matson had a terrible throw at third too. Like that also could have went a whole nother direction. Thank God for Devaney getting the ball and catching it and not having it go over his head as it looked like it could have gone to make the out there at home with Ohtani. But no, I mean, absolutely correct. So again, like the Pirates came out the gate doing their job. It was a 4-0 score at one point. The Dodgers are fighting back, and again, they did tie it. Bubba Chandler comes in after relief. So the game plan was to put Bubba in, right? Obviously, I don't know if the game plan was after 2 innings to put him in or not. Carmen Majinski having that awful second inning, I think dictated he was certainly coming in for the third. Carmen Majinski threw like 50-plus pitches in those 2 innings. So, I mean, Bubba comes in, and, well, the Dodgers lineup. I guess that's how I kind of look at it. He was popping 100. He didn't walk anybody, like he was pitching in the zone, like the command and walk issues that he had in the minors that was holding him back. They haven't been a problem so far, but no, the Dodgers were out there swinging and they were scoring runs.
No, I just think the Dodgers were sitting fastball. And even if you have the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, these guys are just that good. I mean, what was Ohtani's home run was 120 miles an hour? Yeah, like absolute laser. Not that I want to give him any props, but that was an insane home run. And so I mean, he's up against a really good lineup. He didn't have his fastball today, or he didn't have the secondary pitches to help out his fastball today, and so he wasn't really walking people. Like he wasn't missing bats like you would kind of hope Bubba Chandler would be. No, he kind of has to be missing bats if he's going to be good.
And I feel like that's like every hit. I felt like it was like, well, that was 100-mile-an-hour fastball that they just sent. So, I mean, you're absolutely correct, right? Like his fastball, he's bringing it. He had the heat, but that didn't stop them at all. I mean, they were teeing off on it.
Yeah, I mean, like 55% of his pitches, like he got how many whiffs on? I don't think he got any whiffs on it. He had 3 whiffs.
He had 3 whiffs on the
whiff.
fastball, 1 on the slider, 1 on the changeup. So 5 in total.
But like when the average exit velocity is 95, it was just getting shelled today.
Right.
And, it's okay. He's a rookie. Like first real bad outing. I'm not really worried about it. Like it's gonna happen. Even Paul Skeens has those days, but it's never fun when it happens. Because he's one of the exciting guys you want to watch down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I look at it as well. And adversity is what helps, like your path. I mean, people need to face adversity. He was facing it in the AAA at some point. Now he's in the majors. Like you're gonna find that. You're gonna find that. That's what helps you develop. That's what helps you, find your opportunities that you need to work on and such. And again, like today too, like when you say like bad start, I mean it wasn't good by all means. He goes 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs. I'm not here to say like he kept them, like it wasn't a good outing, but he did have the 4-run lead. Like they were still tied when he left. Like this didn't go sour and Bubba gave up everything. I mean, ultimately it comes down to which baseball for you. He gets the win. Bubba Chandler's now 2-0 with a save.
Yeah.
He's played
as we all predicted. Yeah.
Games.
Coming out of the long bullpen, the long relief role, as we all thought. I mean, yeah. And
right.
He's not good enough where like he can just like survive on fastballs alone. Like he's just not that good. But again, that's just part of the development. Like I imagine going forward, he's not going to throw as many fastballs. He's probably going to try to mix in his other pitches. I think that's just kind of how they kind of have to feel out how he needs to call the game, what the game plan going forward. And so, I'm still excited. Even today, you could see the stuff. The stuff is still good, and the Dodgers just hit it. And sometimes that's baseball. He gets the win. Doesn't really deserve the win, but the Dodgers, tip your cap to them. There's a reason that they're one of the best teams. They won the World Series last year. Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers kept calling back. It was kind of annoying.
But at the same side, the Pirates kept persevering. And again, like this wasn't a team that just shut down. It wasn't like, hey, we scored 4 runs. We're good. We're good. This is what we do. We have pitching. Let's just kind of stop. I mean, the Dodgers were crawling back as they're capable of. And outside of Bubba, like we mentioned that he didn't pitch well, but he gave it a 3. Matson came in afterwards and I gave up 2 as well. He wasn't happy about one of those. Don Kelly certainly wasn't happy about one of those. I'm sure many of the fans weren't quite happy about one of those. What I'm alluding to was, he gave up some hits as well. But then, I mean, he had this thing shut down. Foul tip. Henry catches it and inning over, right?
Yeah.
Except the ump says,
no,
it didn't hit the bat. And Henry's like, but the ball's right here. And you see the paint from the bat? Like that hit the bat. And the ump's like, sorry, bro. Like I said no. And Don Kelly comes out and he's arguing right and left. And apparently, again, like we know this, but it's like apparently that's like you can't argue foul tips. And I don't understand why. Like we can go on about this, we won't. But like when it comes to replay, why do we like pick and choose what things you can and can't do? Like hits a batter, sure, challenge it. That hit him, go review it. But if it's a bat, no, we can't review that.
It's weird. Yeah, I don't get why there's certain restrictions. Like, just let them review it. I'm surprised none of them got ejected. Matson was mad enough to get ejected. I think Davis was the coolest of them all, and even he looked pretty pissed about it. Like Kelly was going to get run up, like, really, really bad call that cost us a run. And, on another day, we would be sitting here spending half the post game talking about that play because that's what gave the Dodgers the runs to come back and win the game. But luckily we didn't. The offense came back and tacked on the insurance run we needed. And then we had the Santana heart attack in the 9th. Like I was convinced that was about to go south. And we win, So ultimately at the end of the day, when a team is we're out of the playoff race, all I can really ask for is an entertaining day of baseball. Today was really entertaining.
You can ask for entertaining baseball, but what's sweetener on top of that is winning baseball. And that is ultimately like what the Pirates have been doing since the All-Star break. And of course, like the trade deadline as well. I mean, they're above 500. I think now they're actually 3 games above 500 since the deadline. I'm sorry, since the All-Star break. again, it's the Dodgers. Like, this is the stuff that you want to see, especially from guys that are going to be here next year. We talked about, like, that's what's kind of important. And I don't know, maybe Tommy Pham will be here again next year. He was a big part of today's win, but like Jared Triolo is a big part of today's win as well. But again, like I'm alluding to, is like, yeah, like the Dodgers were crawling back as well, and there were things that were taking place that was going against the Pirates, like we mentioned here about the foul tip and such. And ultimately, I also think that no one was ejected because that ump knew he was in the wrong. Like, he knew it. But at that point, what are you going to do? I guess, I think he knew he was in the wrong. And you know what? I deserve this, Don. Give it to me. Let it out. Go back to your dugout. And that's ultimately what happened. And then the next pitch, he goes center field, run scores. What was a 3-run lead ultimately now turns into a 2-run lead. So again, well, I guess actually now a 1-run lead. But again, the Pirates, they weren't backing down. I mean, they kept doing the things that they could have put the tail between the legs at any point and said, well, hey, we fought, we tried. This is the Dodgers. Go ahead and take the win. They didn't allow it. And, there were certainly opportunities and times that looked like it might go that way, like you mentioned, but Santana closing the game out as well. That wasn't so pretty. Oh, no, Cruz didn't help out as well with that route he took, and also looking like a very inexperienced center fielder who doesn't know how to play off the wall. But again, then Santana still fought through, and they win it. They close it out.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm surprised. I thought Donnie Kelly was going to get ejected after that run scored, to be honest. Like, I don't know if you saw the replay of him, like, looking in the dugout. He looked more mad after that to the umpire. Yeah. The umpire basically had to, like, give him the finger wag and tell him to go back to the dugout. But, it was fight. I do think it's a little overblown, where I think even in a blowout or, like, when teams don't come back, I still think a lot of times they're trying. They're just, they're bad. But
sure.
No, really good job of, like, getting to the Dodgers bullpen. Like, even Cruz facing a lefty on lefty, drives in a run. Just coming through and actually succeeding in front of the scoring position, getting hits, working walks. Like, this is kind of like what you were hoping for the entire year.
Yeah. I mean, I won't go as far as saying driving a run. It was kind of a dribbler up the middle. I got past the pitcher. But the reason I say that is because this is also something I was pounding my table on years back when the whole Jack Swinski thing is. That's why putting a ball in play still matters. That's why strikeouts still matter. Like when people say, like, it doesn't matter, strikeouts don't matter, this and that, like, putting a ball in play still matters because good things can happen from it. And that's why it was still an out. When people say an out's an out, like, oh no, Cruz got out. But if he struck out there, that run doesn't score. So again, putting a ball in play still matters in 2025 and beyond. So again, to point that out, like, O'Neal Cruz didn't really drive too much, but he put the ball in play, and that was important because it scored a run. And at that point in time, also, it was a big run. So again, like, when it comes down to the pitching, right, like, Carmen Mlodzinski looked good half the time he didn't, but only one run. Like, you take that the way he looked today. Bubba comes in. He had some issues. Good. He faced some adversity. How does he build upon that? And then, Matson came in, and again, he got some dirty calls, but 2 runs, whatever. He was piping 93 down the middle. Actually, it was funny. So Jim and I were talking when Ohtani came up, and it's like, Matson's going to throw 93 down the middle, and Ohtani's not going to be like, he's going to strike out, isn't he? Right. And that's kind of like what it was looking like. Ohtani literally watched 93 go down the middle. Didn't even swing. The pitch he swung at and hit was 97 off the plate.
Yeah.
So I was like, see, Matson, you can't divert from that. You just got it 93 right down the middle.
I mean, listen, when Ohtani has over 2.5 hits, sometimes you just got to let it go.
Sometimes you just got to let it go. Well, speaking of overs and such, Ryan had the money line at 5 innings that he had Dodgers money line over 5 innings, and it was not looking good. Dodgers came back and tied it. So Ryan pushed on the FanDuel Ryan's lock of the day. So how about that? For all the people that are trying to win a whole lot of money by fading Ryan, today was a push. So you didn't win, but you didn't lose.
Yeah, what's the record? What's Ryan's record at this rate?
I don't know exactly. It's not good.
He's getting more pushes recently, at least. Like, it's not like he's outright losing.
He's 9-18-2.
Oof.
So,
All right.
like I said, Ben
Keep
Cherington
fading.
looks at Ryan's record and says, that's pathetic.
Keep fading, everyone.
So, and I guess today, 3 pushes for him. But yeah, so again, we're talking about the pitching here. To get to the offensive side a little bit more, again, I have to start with Jared Triolo. I just have to. Is this legit? I even asked myself, I know it's a bit of a bit. It started with, you know what? Hey, I understand him playing it short. Let's see how this goes. But I didn't expect it to be this good. I didn't expect him to be playing this good for this long. I basically said, if he can give me IKF production, like the first few months of IKF production, which is still below average, but if he can give me that, I can maybe be okay thinking about him at shortstop next year. This guy's giving like Bobby Witt production.
Yeah, and I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but just again, it's just so hard when you look at the BABIP ratings that he's going through this stretch, and like he's a valuable player. It's so hard to really trust that like him hitting this well is going to be like sustainable. Like he had that little stretch in 2023, like down in August and September. And so that's what's really like holding me back from believing. I don't think he's going to consistently hit the ball hard enough. And that doesn't mean he's not a major league player. Like, he deserves a roster spot on next year's team. He's going to be good at the glove. He can play 3 positions in the infield. And even if you get something real with this, where like he's even 100 WRC plus hitter, average OPS, like that's a win. I can't buy into this. And maybe it's because I'm too cynical. Maybe it's because I've been burned too many times before. I can't do it. And I'm sorry. Maybe that makes me a bad fan, but I can't.
I bring this up because now this is plus just 100, but he was very bad at the beginning of the year. Expected numbers said he's been very unlucky, but again, he was super bad. So like whatever. But the expected numbers still support he's been above average. And of course, late, he's been extremely above average. I mean, he's been good, right? As you kind of see here, the expected numbers that don't include today, which he went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, a walk, and another stolen base. Also part of a couple double plays. Like Jared Triolo is doing everything right now. Again, like I don't think we talk enough also about like the stolen base department. Like the guy's stealing a solid number of bases also. I mean, he's putting up like a 20 stolen base season. And then also again, like the way he's hitting and stuff, I don't expect to be like a 150 way to run creative player type of guy. But if he can be about league average, that to me is a win for sure for Jared Triolo. If there's a potential, the reason I'm talking about this, him being a stopgap for Connor Griffin. But it's really good right now. Like his expected numbers are matching like his real numbers. And I get with what you're saying. Like I get a lot of people to talk about like how he finished the year a couple of years ago and such. And like at that point too, the BABIP was like at like a 550 in September. I mean, it was egregiously high. But what he wasn't really doing too was like the power department. Like he's hitting for doubles right now. He has a triple, 2 home runs. He's stealing bases. He's playing solid. And I feel like the defense is getting better also at short. But another big night. I mean, he was a huge part of tonight's win.
And I don't want to take anything away from him because like he really has played extremely well, wildly above any of our expectations, even as someone who's like Jared Triolo before and like kind of defended his place in the roster when he was hitting like dog water. It's just, I feel like August and September at the end of the baseball season in a lost year is just hard to like take in a vacuum. I feel like you're able to play a lot more stress-free because the games don't matter as much. And I just think we see this happen year in and year out where someone comes in, looks amazing now, and then like doesn't translate it to the next year. And so I really hope that I'm sitting here in May of 2026, like eating my words. I really am. And even so, like I said before, he deserves a roster spot. He's a wonderful, useful Swiss Army knife type player. I just don't think he's 120 WRC plus bat. You know what I mean?
And I don't, even that being said, like, I don't believe this is him also. Like, if he can, again, if he can be 100, he is Brian Hayes light. And we've always been kind of saying, like, if Brian Hayes is a 90 weighted runs created plus hitter, right? If he's 10% below at league average, he's a 3-WAR player. So, like, if Jared Triolo can be a league average bat, he's a 3-WAR player.
Yeah.
And that's how I look 100%. At it. That's all I need him to be is a league average bat. So, like, if he's doing this, if he does this for 2 months, I think I have more faith that coming in the next year, we might be able to see a league average bat. So far, so good.
I would just be hesitant in giving him the starting role anywhere, just because I think his value is found in that he can give people off. He can give people days off everywhere. He can play third. He can play short. I feel like you're really just losing a lot if you just kind of cheap out and say, all right, he's a starting shortstop next year. We're going to do that. And I feel like you're just kind of setting yourself up for another IKF situation where, like, if the offense even slightly begins to deteriorate, you've really just lost a lot of value in what this guy really actually provides.
Yeah, no, like, and exactly. And again, just to make sure you all understand where I'm coming from, and this isn't, we can go more deeper on this other shows and such. But again, like, my whole thing about this and the plan and the reason why this makes sense is stopgap. That's the best important part of this. Stopgap for Connor Griffin. If you expect Connor Griffin to be up here maybe mid-year of next year, that way it's not an IKF situation. You know, he's here for now. That way you don't have to invest into another shortstop. You can use Triolo, and then once Connor Griffin's up here, then Triolo becomes that guy they're talking about. And again, that's where his real value comes into play also. Now you have this type of guy who can play third, can play short, can play second, play first. So, yes. But again, he needs to prove to me that he can play, because a few months ago, we're talking, is Jared Triolo a major leaguer? And right now I have a conversation of, can he start for shortstop on opening day next year?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I just don't know if I trust the Pirates. This is for another show. This isn't even part of the game. I don't trust if I trust the Pirates to call up Connor Griffin mid next year. I'm kind of just convinced he's going to be a September call up regardless. I think they're not going to rush him too much, but I do understand where you're coming from. And if you look at, I imagine if I pulled up the list of free agent shortstops, it would be an abysmal list where IKF is actually probably your best option to sign in free agency.
It's basically so like Bichette, and then here's a bunch of
realistic. Bichette's not coming to Pittsburgh. It's like realistic.
But I'm saying, right.
Yeah. So I get it. I think, again, I've just been burned by this team too many. I think we think it's more of a, I don't think it's a Triolo thing as much as it's a Pirates thing, where I just don't.
And I get that. I get that. But again, ultimately, huge, big day for Jared Triolo as he continues his scorching post trade deadline season. Which again, like the irony and all this, of course, is going to be tied to the hip to some level. Brian Hayes is actually playing a lot better for Cincinnati right now, also. But Jared Triolo is crushing whatever that even is. You know, and again, as we talk about, like, well, the argument was, like, hey, we have Timu, Brian Hayes at home. You know, let's just trade him for that $7 million contract away and use Jared Triolo. And they're both playing better, but Jared Triolo is like basically doubling Brian Hayes' production almost to like some level. So again, we'll talk more about that. Giving Jared Triolo his flowers every day until he shows us that he doesn't deserve them anymore. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Again, great day. And again, I'm a big Triolo guy. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I promise I am.
No, absolutely. I get it, but put perspective. And I love hearing your perspective on this as well, because you know I'm going all in on one end. So to hear your side of that also. Now, Cam Devaney, he was the other guy. It's like, why isn't he up here? Let's see what he can do. Right? They decided to go with Triolo, and Cam Devaney's now up here. We'll see more stints of him. Did not make a good play at third. If anything, he had a glove. He made a terrible play at third. And then the bat also didn't show up as well. He went over 4 with 3 strikeouts. He looked overmatched today. That's for sure.
There is a reason he's 28, 29.
28.
And it's been in AAA for so long. Like, this is the time to see what he has, but like, it's not going to be good. I'm sorry to say, I don't think it's going to be very good.
Yeah. It's a game
for him.
It's a game. I still want to see, he's up here. He's the September call up. They had that September call up. So Cam Sanders is up here and Devaney's up here as well. So they're going to be up here for September, kind of see what they can do. Again, I want to watch, but he didn't show anything today.
No.
Nothing at all, like anything today. I guess, no, he did something. Again, the poor Matson throw to third. He did catch that and make the play at home to get Ohtani out. That is what he did. That was a big play. So we'll give that to him. But outside of that, it was bad.
Yeah, I wonder if he faked out Ohtani there, because Ohtani just looked confused. So I didn't see it, but I wonder if he just did something that made Ohtani think he could get back to third safely. Because it looked, from my perspective, he could have kind of just trotted into home plate and slid and would have been safe. So I don't know.
Confused.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it worked out for Pirates' sake. But yeah, so Triolo had 2 hits. Tommy Pham had 2 hits. He had a scorcher of, 105 up the bat, up the middle, off the bat, and right to the pitcher, right for an out. Kershaw caught it. So, Tommy Pham also still continuing. We'll have more talks, I'm sure, but hey, bring Tommy Pham back for 2026 also. I'm starting to lean on board with it. He's been doing it a long time now. I feel June 22nd.
Considering that we've seen a lot of Alexander Canario and Jack Sawinski in the outfield, and it doesn't look like there's much better in the minors. Yeah, it's looking more appealing by the day.
Yeah.
Even now, ever since he can see.
He's doing well, man. And he's doing every bit of it.
Because I wear salute contacts, and I can't imagine just trying to go through life with a bum prescription. That makes no sense to me. I feel like I would lose my mind on a daily basis, let alone trying to hit a baseball.
Well, it gets me to what did he find? Because it's clearly the reason. There's an actual significant thing that happened in his life, a difference, right? It wasn't just one day he just got hot. He got contacts and he was this person before and this person after. But he's always had this problem and he's always been able to find what are these contacts? As I'm alluding to as well, this is not Tommy Pham the past 4 years. This is a whole new Tommy Pham. What are these contacts that he got? Maybe you need them too. Maybe if you had these contacts, you could be having superhuman powers also that Tommy Pham has.
Yeah. Maybe then I wouldn't throw so many interceptions in NCAA. Who knows?
Call up Tommy Pham, see what he can do for you, and then you could run the table in our NCAA league.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, big day for Tommy Pham also. But as you mentioned, Pirates have 8 hits on the day in total, 8 walks, just 7 strikeouts. It was a good game. So now the people get sandwiches, right?
I think so.
Well, let's do it. We have 99 entries. So we need at least triple digits. We need at least one more. So we'll give you some time. We'll give you some time to make sure you get that in there. In the meantime, go ahead and like and subscribe. Comment on the video. Be a member of our YouTube if you want. Justin Horowitz video is out. All the members got to see that earlier. That debuted on Monday. Check that out if you haven't. But yeah, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all of it. So we got 100. We got our 100. So let's go ahead and draw for our very first winner. And it better not be Tai Tai's dad. Sorry, Tai Tai's dad, but you're getting a little greedy. Paul! All one on a Neil show? Neil, you handle this. Talk to Paul. What should you do?
Congratulations, Paul. Enjoy your sandwiches.
That's it?
That's it. I don't know. It's been boring with Paul ever since Shelton got fired. It's been kind of boring, so don't have much to say.
Well, there it is. Well, congrats, Paul. Go ahead and email us at northshore9@gmail.com. Or you can, of course, reach out by social. Actually, I have your email address, I think, because you did one earlier in the year. So make sure you get those sandwiches in spite of Neil. And now for our second winner.
I'm Paul's biggest fan. I kind of take offense to this.
Howard left 14. I think that's the first time.
Howard.
I don't recall that name. So same thing. Send us an email, northshore9@gmail.com. Give us your email associated with the Primanti Brothers app, and that way we can submit that in, and you'll get your 2 sandwiches uploaded digitally onto the app. So congrats, Howard. Congrats, Paul. Neil, I know you're excited.
Is this the first time Paul's won?
No, he's won. I think he won twice. It was earlier in the year, though. I don't recall him winning recently. Not like Ty's dad.
I figured it'd only be right if I was on for his first win, but I'll take number 2.
There it is. His first one was Shelton being fired. That was his first win. Yeah. Then he won sandwiches.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. You know, and we can celebrate. We can celebrate playing 500 ball for 3 months, just like we do every year.
There you go. We're all winners in that case.
Yeah.
But there's the show. So congratulations to the winners today. Congratulations to the Pirates winning another game. And I don't recall who's on tomorrow. I don't. I'm drawing a blank. We'll be back tomorrow for a post-game show.
I'm back on tomorrow. So
there it is. Neil's on. Oh, actually, no, I can probably pull up. Neil is on and Ty.
That is correct.
There it is. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. As always, like we say, we appreciate you guys tuning in every time. If you haven't liked yet, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. We know about 60% of you that are watching this aren't. So go ahead and do that. That way you can win some more sandwiches because the Pirates don't lose. And the Pirates do own the Dodgers. I mean, call for what it is. They own the Dodgers. So
yeah.
If you want some sandwiches.
We've owned the Dodgers for several years. It's kind of cool.
It is. I don't know why, but they do. But yeah, so if you want to make sure you get sandwiches, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you get the alert when we go live. And you can be like Paul. So we are out of here. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.